What's up, dog? What's up, Will Smith? How you doing, man?
What's up? What's up? It's your boy Will Smith with Red and Bold. I'm here with my co-host Joe Mobley. We are going to talk Chiefs
Bless you.
football. Y'all know what it is. We're going to jump right into it. We ain't going
Come
to
on.
waste no time. We just came off a game against those Bucks, and when I tell you, um, D Hop is already paying dividends. So our first topic is D Hop. What Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense needed. I'll let you go ahead and kick it off for us, Joe.
How do I say this in a special way? I don't know that it was only what was needed. Um, or if it was so much. I don't feel that healthy, our wide receiving core, uh, that the necessity of being able to acquire somebody with the skill set of D Hop was so much as a need. I think that as we see our receiving core get healthy again and return, those who will return this year, and Lord Jesus bless us if we can retain what we have and get back Rice next year healthy and still have D Hop. I'm 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 humbled and in awe of what they can do. So yeah, was it a need? Yes, for now because of the injuries, I definitely think so. He
Mhm.
he has more than answered the bell and the call. Um, when you have three defenders draped over you
Mhm.
and you make that
Yeah,
type of catch
yeah.
that we saw here um, on Monday night, um, anybody who wants to question whether or not he lost a step in speed, I
Mm.
don't know, and
Yeah,
I don't think it matters
yeah.
because it seems to me if you throw the ball this man's direction and it is a catchable ball, it's a wrap, bro. I mean, it's it's awesome in the fact that I believe that he has provided um he has provided a level of support that is allowing Kelsey to be what is needed uh, from him. I think that he's also provided a level of support that speaks to the wide receivers that are young in the locker room.
Yeah.
I didn't see a long drawn out conversation or anything like that with Worthy, but I don't think we have to talk about what's already understood. Worthy sees how he's playing. The mistake that you made is on Monday night
Hmm.
is it's a young rookie mistake. I respect that, but I'm sure there's a part of you that understands that as a professional, um, bro, you get paid too much money to do that.
Yeah.
You need to be where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. Know your spacing.
You know your space, brother. But yes, as the question turns, he took the bell, he has shaken the bell, he has raised the level of um expectation and solidified probably questions that anybody may have had. Um, I think that we are very conservative in our offensive approach. I don't know if Andy does that so that when it's really time to bring, the flavor out and do some different stuff. But at this point, I'm still sitting here in awe, wondering as you have Worthy and you have D Hop and Hollywood is on his, way back. You got Travis Kelsey, McCole Hardman seems motivated to absolutely make sure that, that he's been effective. Justin Watson seemed to have a respectable game. I just think that man, it's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not even real. I mean, if we had Rice in this mix,
Oh
and
yeah.
as you think about that,
Mhm.
I don't know, I don't know what you do. And D Hop is a person. What I see, and I hope that him and Patrick's chemistry just strengthens. But D Hop is a person to me that can get a quarterback in trouble because he leads you to believe that as long as the ball is in his area,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
is going to catch it.
It'd be hard not to throw it to him, man. And I think
Yeah,
of it's kind of, I'll say weird how it happened, but it's almost like certain things and circumstances had to happen in order for us to even be looking to trade for D Hop this season. Had because
yeah,
if we had, of course, we had a healthy Rice and Hollywood Brown, and you know what I'm saying, there really wouldn't seem to be a need for him. I still probably see us picking up Juju, but I don't know if we necessarily go out and get a D Hop if we have Hollywood healthy and Rice healthy. You know what I'm saying? You never know because Beach does make moves, but I don't think it's as urgent
yeah.
as
I
it
feel
was because
bad,
of and now it's like wow, we have Mahomes has a receiver that he's never had in his playing career.
but
Um
bro, and I appreciate you for it. I'm getting out your way. I didn't even mention Juju.
yeah,
In
that's the
all of
thing.
my in
You
all of
forgot
my
about Juju, right? Coming
answer, I
back.
forgot about. I mean,
Oh, that's what's gonna be
so
nasty.
I don't know. I don't know that a quarterback could ask for more.
Yeah. And so it's like man, now he has this receiver who and essentially D Hop is he could be the standard for you could literally show a how-to video on like, oh, this is how you should catch the ball to all receivers. Like this guy could be the standard of just catching the ball,
You see the
route running.
size of the man's hands?
Yeah, his hands is like huge. And
Brian
I
never.
forgot who it was. It was
Them
like a
bad boys are
lineman.
ridiculous,
I think it was
bro.
Jeff Saturday. I can't remember, but it was a lineman who said, my hands are big. And he
Yeah,
said, D Hop put his hands up to mine, and his hands were like two times bigger than mine. And so it's like he has large hands.
yeah,
His route running is impeccable.
yeah.
He knows how to find space. He has the same kind of IQ as Travis Kelsey. Like Mahomes said that he's like him and Kelsey, the way they just see the field. And so they had that one miscommunication at the end where they were trying to drive like with like 30 seconds, 27 seconds left to get a field goal. But other than that, it's like D Hop just knows and he's a veteran and just having a receiver like him that he's never had. He's had like Tyreek Hill doesn't measure up to that. He didn't have hands like a D Hop. There were times, saying where Tyreek Hill he would drop the ball and wouldn't make that catch. I don't if it's in his radius and his catch radius is so large, D Hop is not dropping the pass. He's like,
1.6 drop rate, bro.
bruh, it's
1.67. I
and
believe it
so
was 1.67, bro.
yeah, and so what he adds, bro, it's like, and he's played with all different types of quarterbacks. His last season in actually, when you look at his stats, bro, I was looking at his stats in Tennessee last year, and think about the quarterback he was playing with. Because I don't know if Will Levis started that whole season or if he like with Tennessee, but he had over 1,000 yards last season with Tennessee. 1,057 yards, 14.1 yards per reception.
And that
So
speaks to his professionalism.
yes, he is a
It
professional. He
speaks
is
to
a
that
professional. And so
because you know what you're. Well, and I don't
mhm,
want to say that either about
mhm.
Tennessee as of last year because um myself personally, man, I got a lot of respect for Mike Vrabel, and the way he handled
He wasn't the coach last year
that
though.
good coach down there, and I feel like Tennessee was always one of them teams. You better make sure that your team is prepared. I don't know about that right now, but I know that when Mike Vrabel was there, you better make sure you are ready to go. And the level of professionalism to me, when you still catch 1,000 yards and you realize that,
Mhm,
I mean, you're not really playing for even a playoff berth. You
mhm.
just, you're just playing. As a professional, this is my job. This is what I do. But man, bro. I saw some of the catches he made before that one where he was covered by three were pretty exceptional to me.
Oh
But when
yeah,
I look up and I see three men
yeah, that was
doing
a
everything that they could
phenomenal
and
catch.
still couldn't come up with the ball,
Hmm.
I'm
The
not
pass
sure.
too. You got to think about that pass, even from Mahomes. Like that was very
Yeah,
accurate, bro. Like under
bro.
duress, and
It
so it
was
was a great
wonderful.
pass and it was a great catch. And
It
so
was
I also
wonderful.
want to talk about what D Hop
Yeah.
brings to that locker room, right? Just
Yeah.
like his mentorship. What Worthy? If I'm Xavier Worthy, I'm trying to yo, what do you do on this? Like, what should I do? How should I? You know what I'm saying? Like, all the receivers should be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to
Right.
learn a little something, pick up something from D Hop, and
Right.
that can make them better. Just some aspects of his game. So, man,
Right.
just we'll close out on this, but D Hop is definitely an addition to this offense that is taking the offense to another level. You know what I'm saying? We're going
Yeah.
with our run game. How
Oh
and so
God.
you got Kelsey and D Hop over the middle, right? And I think it
Yeah.
complements Worthy and Worthy complements them. Like Worthy stretches the field.
Yeah.
It works together for both of them because it can open up Worthy, but it can also open up Travis and D Hop. You know what I'm saying?
We still haven't even really begun to rub on the fact that I believe two of the best possession receivers in the game of football have always been D Hop and Juju. You got
Yeah.
two receivers out there now.
Yeah.
I feel like they are what we call their possession receivers, dude. They're gonna get to the marker and they're going to catch the ball. And I think
Yeah.
that when you have that, there has to, I'm just wondering from the perspective of Patrick Mahomes, bro, are you at home just dreaming about clouds around you now? Like, you got, like, as a
Yeah.
quarterback and as a professional, when you have the resources that you need around you to be successful,
Hmm.
man, you can sleep better. This
Yeah.
dude, if I'm Patrick Mahomes, they probably having to wake him up. Like, hey, bro, come. He like, man, I thought I was in practice or something. Dude, that is
Yeah.
Hollywood. I'm just thinking Hollywood, Juju, D Hop,
Yeah. I'm
Travis
like, yeah.
Kelsey, Worthy,
Yeah. Woo.
Hardman. I
Yeah.
mean, these names, my thing with it is at that level of professionalism, and you talk about the locker room, but naturally at that level of professionalism and success, uh, the expectation for everybody to perform is so much higher. And also naturally comes about a level of accountability. I don't even think nobody had to say nothing to Worthy, bro. You can't do that. Like this, you want to be on this squad, this wide receiver, you want to be on this? You can't do that, bro. Don't do it
Yeah.
again.
And I guarantee somebody said so.
Well,
Like, yeah.
Pat never threw the ball to him again that I saw. Worthy didn't have one
Let me
reception, I
see
don't
how
believe.
many targets did he have. I'll have to look and see how many targets
Maybe
he had.
one. I think he maybe two, but I don't think he had a reception.
Hmm.
And for me,
They tried to get the ball to him. Like they tried that silly reverse that lost about 15, 20 yards when we were driving the ball down the yeah. But
what that's I'm gonna be honest. When I see those reverses and stuff like that, that's Andy. But when Patrick Mahomes
mhm.
wants to throw you the ball, then he's going to figure out how. I think that when he did that, Pat in his little bit of veteran, stance with Worthy was kind of like, hey, bro, when you do stuff like that, you're
Mhm.
not getting the ball again. Why? Because I don't have to throw you the ball. Now, I don't, I want to, but I'm not going to do it. Because look
Nah,
what you
he
just,
gonna throw the ball to him again. Because guess what? Hey, he
I'm not
kept throwing
saying
the
he
ball to
won't, but not that
MVS
game.
and Kadarius Toney. So if he can give them and Worthy's done well considering he's a rookie and he's trying to pick up the
Yeah.
playbook. Like Rasheed Rice last year was kind of an anomaly in his offense, and what he really had to grow up sooner than what they wanted. And he answered the call. And so Worthy, he
Yeah.
still has some more learning to do, some more getting offense. But that mistake he made, yeah, you can't make that mistake.
No, you
But
can't.
but let's move
Yeah.
on, man. We're gonna go to our next topic here. And
Mhm.
So, second question is so Chiefs lost the bidding war with the Washington Commanders for the services of cornerback uh Marcus Lat is his name Marcus? Yeah, Marcus Lattimore. His name
Mm-hmm,
Lattimore.
mm-hmm.
Are you comfortable moving forward with the current cornerbacks on the roster?
Yeah, I am. And the reason I say that is because whatever system we have in place as far as the coach specifically for our cornerbacks and our defensive coordinator with Spags,
Mm-hmm.
um, we've been breeding some of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. We've been breeding them. I mean, when you really, really get an opportunity to think about it, we've been breeding some of the best cornerbacks, uh, secondary players in the NFL. And I think that they have a system. And I think that, necessity drives, growth.
Mm-hmm.
There's a need there. It's got to happen. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to learn how to play this position. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to have to learn how to play it well. And I wish we would have been able to secure that. Was that transaction a decision made by the player, or was a matter of what we could compensate as far as the team he was currently with?
That's a good question. I'm not sure if they asked him like who would you prefer to go to? Because I would
Mhm.
imagine he would have said the Chiefs because you probably going to a Super Bowl if you go to the Chiefs and that defense and playing on the Spags
There
defense.
you go.
So I don't know. In my opinion, I wouldn't think. I don't know though. But I just know that it was too rich for Beach because we do value our draft picks and they gave up quite a
Oh, they
bit.
wanted more draft, so that was a
Yeah,
team.
they gave up and his name is correction, Marshawn Lattimore. Forgive me, y'all
Marshall.
had a brain for it. Marshawn
Yeah.
Lattimore from the Saints. They
Mhm.
gave up a third, a fourth, and a sixth, which we wasn't giving that up.
I mean, I think that
That's
we
too
just
much.
see, but we see, and I get what you're saying. You value your draft picks too much. I wish again, you want to do what you can to shore up everything that you can, but
Mm,
I look at even the move that we made, if I'm saying Uche that
yeah,
we brought in
the
from New England,
Patriots. Mm,
the things that are being done to shore up, the strategy that I believe that Spags live by, which is Spags is going to burst pipes. He going to apply pressure one way or another, whether it be with the four down lineman he going to use or he brings extra bodies. One way or another, he's going to make a quarterback uncomfortable. So when I look around and I see the moves that Veach is making, and then I take into consideration the moves that we've seen other teams make, I look at the Jets as a prime example. It's not that Devontae Adams isn't a good receiver, and it's not that you know, Aaron Rodgers isn't a Hall of Fame quarterback, but you can already see them accepting the fact that um they're going to have to start unloading so that they can rebuild
mhm,
because the bringing Devontae Adams in was, I guess, nice if you want to make Aaron Rodgers happy. But Aaron Rodgers hasn't even proven that he was enough to turn that organization in the direction that they wanted to go yet. And quite frankly, short of them continuing to win some more games,
mhm,
um, may be responsible for more of the damage that we've seen done because of the decisions that the front office has made. You fired a solid coach, in my opinion, and let him go, and then you just now are winning. I think that was the fourth game he had been gone was the one that you finally won. And when you start to listen to the executives in front office in Green Bay, um, Aaron Rodgers tried to push them around, but Aaron Rodgers got told by that front office, by the Green Bay brass, uh, go do what you're told.
Mhm.
And but you didn't see that in New York. All he did was whimper a little bit. The coach was gone. You got it. I don't even know what they gave up for Devontae Adams. But I think about the level of disrespect that Devontae Adams showed the Raiders organization even upon his exit. Hey man, that to me displays a lack of professionalism. And I mean, bro, you were talking about your hamstring was hurting, so you wouldn't play. Then
Mhm.
as soon as you show up in New York, you've been healed.
Mhm.
And it's a look to it. And that's my point. So yeah, hats off to Veach. Wish we could have got been able to make a deal, but if it's too rich and it's gonna cost us something, because let's
Mhm.
be real, a third, fourth, and a sixth.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
we not to be ridiculous, we've seen Veach make picks in the sixth that have turned
Right.
into,
Third round, fourth
significantly
rounders,
great
six,
things. So yeah.
or use that six to get another seventh, and you have two seventh rounders. So he uses those picks very
Yeah.
well, and we do
Yeah.
draft well. So I think it
Yeah.
was I think
Uh,
it's I would have liked to have gotten him too, because I know that definitely would have solidified that number two after losing Jalen Watson to an ankle of fracture. Um, and so, but Najee Johnson, good news is Najee Johnson will be back. I believe he was a full participant yesterday in practice. And so we'll see how, he does. And you still have Joshua Williams, who, every now and then, I mean, he does make his mistakes, but he is even his rookie season, like we had to count on him and Jalen Watson quite a bit when Trent McDuffie was out for those games, and they stepped up. So I'm not too concerned because we do have a pass rush. We did pick up Uche. Omena, who will be coming back, and we know that a great pass rush also helps out the secondary. And
right.
so, and just Spags is going to scheme stuff up to kind of, and so
Compensate.
to
Yeah.
compensate for that, as you say.
Yeah.
And so I'm not as like I mean, I would have been happy if we had a got on, but I'm not okay. We still winning. The Bucks really, they only put up, I think, Baker Mayfield only put up like 200 passing yards, and most of those yards came in that last drive when they had to really pass the ball, get the ball down the field.
Yeah.
They was playing the soft zone, and so they gave up quite a bit of yardage just on
Yeah.
that last drive. So it wasn't as now the covering the tight end. That's a whole nother story when you talk about Justin Reed and his covering of the tight end. Otten was balling out there.
Yeah. I mean,
But
for me, see, I think that there are certain things in the scheme of what Spags does
mhm.
that, how do I say this? It's one of those things where, depending on who the tight end is, I feel like Spags schemes allows and deems a certain amount of success from the opposing team's tight end. Okay. I'm not trying to say that you want the man to, get in a position where he wins the game, but it's not like he was playing against Kittle. And you didn't change your scheme to make sure somebody was manning up on him. You continued to run the zone. Now he had success.
Well, when Reed
I
was
mean,
in man
yeah,
on Otten, that's when he scored a touchdown. So that's the issue. It's
yeah,
like if
yeah.
you're giving up touchdowns and huge yardage, then that is a problem. When you have a third and long situation and you give up that yardage to a tight end and you see, oh, it was on Reed. You know what I'm saying? It kind of
Yeah.
stands out. It sticks out because
I like I said,
Mhm.
and this is just my opinion, and it's deemed acceptable um damage or fall off until you lose. Now you lose is unacceptable, but we won, and I feel like this. The ultimate goal at the end of the day concerning our secondary, as you know and as I know, is going to be that our box get to the quarterback before our secondary really has to defend. And I'm not saying that that's always They're
Mm-hmm.
going to have to do their jobs. Of course, they're professional. But
Yeah.
ultimately, that scheme that Skaggs is bringing
Mm-hmm.
is for that front seven to be so disruptive that our cornerbacks are needed
Mm-hmm.
but not necessarily. We don't expect them to make. We don't expect teams to consistently be able to bring a level that requires them to have to perform on every play. Like I look at it from that perspective, and
Yeah,
I'm
and
not,
I mean I
you
would
know,
just I mean I
you know,
disagree. I mean because
mm,
so if you have a scheme, you see where there is a weakness in your scheme. Okay, well,
mm,
how can we address that? How can I
mm,
put because you know what Reed's strength is, which is him playing up close to the line and coming up and making those hits on the running back, or if they try to do a screen or end around with a wide receiver. However, his weakness is in coverage. You've seen time and time again where in coverage, if he's on a tight end or a wide receiver, that's not his strength, and typically
no,
it's gonna result in a play for that other team. And so I
yeah,
think that's something that can be addressed during in season. Like, okay, do we for one, do we have somebody else that can cover tight end at the safety position better than? And I think Jaden Hicks might be that guy because I've seen, there was some practice stuff, but I don't know. I mean,
I,
so
I'm
we're
gonna
not in
be
the
100 with you.
practices.
I don't have no problem saying this.
Hmm.
It's not that I don't like Reed
Hmm.
or I don't appreciate what he does well. And I understand what he brings as far as liability and the fact that that coverage, again, wide receivers or tight ends, um, it leaves room for improvement and
Hmm.
desire for more. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was disappointed when we got rid of the honey badger. I
Hmm.
didn't understand why we did that, except for the fact I know that he I know that he canceled. I know that he canceled, that time he was supposed to turn on the lights on the plaza. And I believe in my heart of hearts that the Chiefs front office and brass and organization, I don't think they appreciated that. But I watched that man give an interview at the end of that season.
Hmm.
And after I believe we that was the Super Bowl we lost.
Hmm.
And I watched it. The man had tears in his eyes, bro. And they was asking him, he was like, man, I hope I'm coming back. Like, this is what I want. And then you find out at the end of the day that, basically our front office just said that the demands were too great. But then you listen to him talk and you find out that Matu was like, you know, I would have took less money to stay, or would like, and his representative, for whatever reason, I don't know if we went any further, but it seems like it may have come to a point where it was like you taking less money isn't necessarily going to keep you here. I think that there are certain things as far as a public image that our front office expects. And if you make a commitment to do something, may have been different if you would have told them from the beginning, I won't be able to do that. But bro, you canceled on them.
Hmm.
And that was the very and I feel like we lost them. And in that breath, I'm gonna say this. What we're missing that we really, really need, in my opinion, no disrespect to Justin Reed at all, but the Honey Badger would have handled that.
Hmm.
He would have handled it. I ain't saying that the tight end might not have made a few catches,
Oh yeah.
but I don't
Um.
believe he would have. I don't think it would have been like that, bro. And that's my opinion. And there's a level of swagger
Hmm.
and attitude and disposition and support and accountability when I'm playing with them. I can't help but say it. I mean, I said it about Kareem Hunt, and I'll say I still stand on it to this day. Uh, Kareem Hunt should have never ever been gone. I don't care what no he should have never been gone. I'm glad that he's back, but he should have never been gone. Matt too, if we had a way to keep him, y'all mean to tell me y'all couldn't have called him in the front office and said, don't cancel nothing else. You understand? Don't accept nothing else if you can't do it. And if we tell you you got to go do this public event, make sure you pray.
Yeah,
Don't do
but I mean the thing with Kareem
no.
Hunt though, man, I
Yeah.
completely understand why.
Mm,
Because when you lie to somebody and they ask you, and believe they asked him a couple times, and you lied, and I think he lied to Clark Hunt or Brett Veach directly, like, and
yeah.
they asked you, like, yo, is this what really happened? And he still lied. If he had told the truth, I fully believe he still would have been a chief, but he lied. And
Maybe.
so that's when
Yeah.
you do that, it says like, oh, how can
It
I?
does.
You
I don't
show
and
a
I
lack of respect for me when you lie to my face.
Yeah, well,
So,
I cannot disagree with that
mm,
because any of us who have worked for any reputable employer know
yeah,
that if we were to lie to them about a violation
hmm,
and it was discovered that you were being dishonest,
yeah,
that you would have been excused.
yes,
I
sir.
can't deny I cannot deny that in any way, shape, or form. I wish that he had been honest. What I will say is, hey, well, I'm so happy he back.
I am too, man,
Boy,
bruh.
hey, bro, he out there walking them like a dog.
And
You
and
hear
when we get
me?
to the goal line, it's like a no brainer. It's like who's going to
This,
stop him?
what is the what? Hey,
And the O line, the way they push and support him
I,
is like,
but I sent you a picture of this man and the shape
yeah,
that he's in.
yeah,
Hey,
little
bro,
bulldozer, man.
bro, he this is a man amongst boys, and I'm gonna say this now. Um,
What you gonna say?
I appreciate Pacheco, I really do.
You said
Bless you.
who?
I appreciate Pacheco.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
I
can't wait till he come
appreciate.
back. And that 1-2 punch.
Well,
No, the
I'm
1-2 punch, bro.
yeah,
The 1-2 punch.
let me you know uh 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 he's not capable of what Kareem Hunt is capable. He doesn't have the polish as a complete offensive juggernaut. Kareem Hunt can catch.
Mhm.
Kareem Hunt can run. Kareem Hunt can block. Kareem Hunt can. People have to understand that the way this man is built, this man is out there pushing a lineman and two linebackers, and it's gotten to a point where as long as one of our linemen is behind him, if we get to the 5 yard line,
Mhm.
it's it's a
Yeah,
no brainer.
yeah. I think what you
I don't feel that way with Pacheco. Yes, his thing is I'm a battering ram, and if you get in my way, it's going it's gonna hurt. But to me, you can only put your head down, close your eyes, and just run as hard as you can forward so many times before, unfortunately, and you know,
here's what
you
I think
know,
what you're missing is
all right,
so when you
yeah,
bring Pacheco back, right?
yeah,
So he has gotten better as a blocker.
right.
He also has speed. He also brings the same type of physicality that he plays with and their energy. And so when you have two guys, what you're doing essentially is because you're playing for the playoffs, right? You keep both of those backs healthy because you're able to switch them out. So if you're hitting them with Kareem, and then all of a sudden now you bring in a healthy Pacheco, like oh my goodness, and then you bring back in the Kareem, and so you keep you keep Kareem Hunt healthy for the long
But
run because you
but
can't
for
right
this
now he's getting a lot of carries.
for this
So
season, for this season, I'm sorry, I can't see us. I can't see the Chiefs unless there's a considerable concession from both of them. And I'm gonna keep it at 100. People say they want to say Perrine don't look bad to me,
no,
and
that's not what I
yeah, I
think
know. I hear what you're
you're missing
saying.
the point, bro.
No, 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 no. I'm with you.
I think you're missing
I'm
the
with you.
point.
You're
So
spreading.
so
The
Kareem is
low.
balling. Kareem
Yeah.
is balling. What I'm saying is he's
Yeah.
taking a lot of hits. He's had a lot of carries. You want him to last throughout the season to the playoffs. And so if you have another back that can take some of that pressure off, also, you know what I'm saying? You're preserving your running backs. Both of them will be preserved. And then so we're looking at fourth quarter, right?
Yeah.
Third or fourth quarter, you wearing them down like, dang. First, we got to deal with Kareem, or we got to deal with Pacheco. Now we got to deal with Kareem, or now we got to deal with Pacheco. And then Pacheco comes in fully. They got the defense tired. Pacheco comes in with his physicality and his speed, right?
Yeah, but
Because that's
stick
a
with,
factor. That's the
but
one factor that Kareem Hunt does not have is the speed.
don't miss me
So,
on this, Will. A three-stranded cord, and is
mhm.
not easily what broken. My thing with it is I like what he brings. I'm not saying they can't be a nice 1-2 punch, but when you start talking to me about conserving durability, trying to make sure that they can last, endurance, okay, well, if two is much better than one, we know that three is not easily broken. I'm not saying you don't want to do that this season. I totally respect it and embrace it. But what I'm saying is at the end of the day, you got two you got two backs out there and who both are gonna believe and will likely feel like, hey, bro, when you got here, I'd already made sure I contributed. I'm just saying you got two backs out of there who have proven that they are qualified to be starters.
Yeah, it's not gonna be an issue then. Like Kareem Hunt he's happy to be back with team and he just wants to win. And so the thing is, right? So look at it from this perspective. Would you rather have coming in at because Kareem doesn't play every down.
Um,
He does not play every down. So sometimes
and
you have
true.
Samaji come in or Carson
Mhm.
Steele. Now, would you rather
Right.
have Samaji P. Ryan, Carson Steele, or Isaiah Pacheco come in the game?
No problem admitted. I definitely would choose Pacheco
Right. So that's
to
the
share the
point.
load.
That's the point, my brother. That's the point. You got two guys that are dogs. And like you
I
said,
don't
it's
and but
you
I'm
got two
never
starters. Essentially, you got two starters. So
and I
that's a good
respect
problem to
that.
have.
And I'm not and but what I'm saying is, and like I said, not so much this season, but yeah, I like Pacheco, but P Ryan has done a wonderful job.
How'd
Or
you even, man? How'd you hold up, man?
is
Let's
it
go.
Perrine or Perrine?
We even switch
P-
up the topic, bro. We was
No,
talking about cornerbacks.
when I'm not,
We
we
can go
talking
around the
about running
world.
back,
What the heck?
but we talking about
How did we
career.
get here? I don't even remember how we
What
got
I'm
here.
saying is,
How did we get
what I'm saying
here?
is, and I don't mean no disrespect to nobody, but when I look at Kareem Hunt, what I see is a man who looks to me to be built like Derrick Henry, and he has the ability to get it huffing and puffing. Will, please take a look at the text message I sent you,
I saw
and the
it.
way this and
He ain't got the height though. He ain't got
Pacheco
that height.
is never. He's never going to be built like that because it don't even speak to his frame. But this
Yeah.
man, all I'm saying is, fine, great. Do the 1-2 punch. I still think a 1-2-3 punch is better.
Who's the
I just
three?
don't know how you keep
You from
everybody.
Carson Steele or P Ryan? Who's the three?
One, let me tell you what I like about P
But
Ryan.
they're gonna keep Carson Steele listed as a fullback, so he also plays the fullback position.
And that's
So
what they need to let him do. But let me tell you why I like P Ryan. I
Mhm.
like P Ryan because how many times have we already seen that play where Travis Kelsey laterals back to P Ryan and P Ryan, has he dropped it? No.
Yes, he did drop
Maybe once
it.
that he was out of
He's
bounds.
only had two laterals and he dropped one of
Bro,
the
he did
two.
not. He's
Thankfully, he
had
picked it
way.
back up
Nah, man. Kelsey has lateral to him at least 3, 4 times.
two times, bro.
It's been more. I I
It
I I
hasn't,
want
bro.
I want research.
Two times, and he's
I
also
want
dropped
research.
two passes from Mahomes off a screen. And
Man,
so
I'm with P. I'm
I,
with P. But kept
I like P Ryan, but he's dropped some
nah,
passes, bro.
give me P
He
Ryan.
did.
I like P
No, I
Ryan.
mean that's fine if
Give
you
me
roll
P
with
Ryan.
because you still
I
have
just
Carson as your fullback. So if you got
yeah, but what I'm
Kareem,
saying
Pacheco,
is,
and P. Ryan, you're fine, bro. Let's
but
move on.
my
Let's move
but
on,
my
bro.
thing is, Hunt is a back. He's one of them backs where the more you feed him, the hungrier he gets, and the better he
Mm.
does. So I don't mind the 1-2 punch,
Yeah.
but I don't want to see the what amount of carries in a row do we need to see from Hunt that ignites what we're seeing right now. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You think Pacheco could have done what we've seen Hunt do in these games? I'm
Mm,
asking you. Do
not
you?
goal line. I was saying, I think as far as like goal line, and then I think to me Kareem is the better running back overall. I
He's
will
more
say that. So
complete.
he's more complete. The only thing that he lacks is the speed. That's it.
I
That's
don't
all.
disagree. I
That's
understand
it.
what you say, and I don't disagree with you. Beautiful 1-2 punch.
All right,
Be
Joe.
great. I
With all
agree
due
with
respect, we about to
you. Yeah.
move on because we got into this. Not even part of the topic, so we're going to move on to the next thing.
1-2.
So, does going undefeated matter?
Yes.
I mean, that
Yes.
does it?
Yes. Yes. It has to matter. Let me tell you why it
Why?
matters.
Tell us, Joe. Tell us
Tell
why
you
it
why
matters.
it matters. I'm so glad you asked. So glad you asked. Thank you. But it matters because I don't want to say that winning, you know, multiple Super Bowls or Super Bowls in a row has a diminishing marginal return. And you know what I'm talking about, the first well, I ain't gonna bring that up, right? I ain't gonna do that. But the first sandwich you had was delicious. The second sandwich was all right. The third sandwich, it met your needs. The fourth sandwich, you wanted to throw it out the window because you had had enough. All I'm saying is, it's not that you don't appreciate the Super Bowl, the parade, but being able to accomplish something of that magnitude that I believe has only ever happened one time before in the history of the league. Man, that is that accomplishment, in my opinion, means more than uh just the Super Bowl naturally because it includes it. Naturally because it includes it. Now, the next challenge being, can you do that twice?
Do what twice? Go undefeated? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Because a lot of people don't even want to talk about that. But I'm gonna say this. I don't know if anybody I look at facial expressions.
Mhm.
When we went into overtime and we got the ball
Oh
first,
yeah, I knew he was winning.
I just want to know that anybody pay attention to the look on not only the players but the coaches' faces of
Mhm.
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hey, bro, people can say what they want,
Yeah, we knew he
but
was
the
winning that
truth of
game.
the matter is, we could make the game literally uninteresting and do what we did on that drive, every drive. And let me say this, and they say they won't. You know what Tampa Bay's defense could do against us on that drive? Nothing.
Hmm.
They might
Yeah,
well wouldn't set out.
because we didn't have to worry about time. It's like, okay, we
No.
can run the ball down your throat. You ain't gonna
And
stop
we
it,
did.
and we can pass the ball here and
And
pass
we
the ball there
did.
because you're worried about the run. It's
What are we
like
gonna do?
what you gonna do?
What you gonna do when we come for you?
So let me ask you this question: would you rather go undefeated and lose the Super Bowl, or lose a regular season game or two and win the Super Bowl and three-peat?
Yeah, I definitely value the Super Bowl more than losing the Super Bowl. I mean,
I know,
I
right?
don't want to lose.
Mm.
If we go undefeated for me includes the Super Bowl. If you go undefeated and you don't win the Super Bowl, then we didn't do either one.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? It's a two bird one stone type thing for me. If I go undefeated, I did them all. But if I don't go undefeated, then I just don't go undefeated. But if I win the Super Bowl, that's okay. I mean, I ain't mad at you. Only thing better than than one chicken dinner is two. Huh?
Mhm.
Or whatever,
Yeah,
you only say they want to say.
for me,
But me and you both know that. Only thing better than one is, the reward for two
mhm.
is better than one. So I mean, if I can't get them both, I understand, but I take this. I mean, everybody want a ring. I like the
Take the ring for
parades.
sure. So even prior,
Yeah,
even prior to the season starting, man, I was
yeah.
my floor was 13-4 for the Chiefs, and my ceiling was 15-2. And so I didn't come into the season expecting to go undefeated, but um, it's like if we win that Bills game, it's definitely very in play for that. And so, but I don't. I would rather. I would not be mad if we lost a game or two. As long as we still have that one seed, I do want the one seed, and then win the Super Bowl. That's what it's all. That's what it's all about, man. Getting that three-peat, making history, doing something that's never been done in the Super Bowl era. I'm fine with winning that and not going undefeated during the regular season.
I think
So,
that, and I mean, it's okay, but I
it's
think
just a
some.
cherry on top if we do, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
oh,
it's a cherry. It's more than a cherry on top, because to go undefeated in this
it's
league
hard. It's difficult.
is, I mean, come on,
Yeah.
it's a needle in the haystack type of accomplishment. But my point with it is this: you you come into this season, you look at what we're dealing with. When it comes to us playing teams like the Bills, I don't mean no disrespect to the Bills,
Mm.
but bro, even in the acquisitions that you've made, we just better than y'all. And it's nothing y'all are trying to build certain things. You've lost certain things trying to make adjustment. I ain't even worried. The teams that worry are not worried. The teams that concern me when it comes to us not being not being able to accomplish being undefeated. It's the teams like I don't even have no problem saying it. I don't look forward to playing the Raiders. I don't look forward. Who we got come? Did we
We
play
got the
Sunday at
Broncos
noon?
next.
I don't look
We'll
forward.
talk about that in a little.
Yeah, stuff like that. I don't look forward. Those are the teams. It's not. It's not these teams that are out there, you know, taking care of business right now. It's the teams that have, you know, nothing to play for but their pride, because they know they not going nowhere. But those teams who, I ain't got no reason when I come in Arrowhead or you come here not to lay everything out on the table, because everything I'm gonna get as far as accomplishing the ultimate goal this season. Um, for me, it can't be the Super Bowl, because unfortunately, I'm not with a team or an organization that's going to be able to offer me that right now. So all I can do is come out here and do my very best to wear out whatever aspect or man is across from me, and those are the teams. That's the one. And I do feel like this: losses build character. Let me tell you who I feel like is going to be in a better position this season. Even though we'll see y'all at Arrowhead, you welcome. But Baltimore, it's not what they've won that I appreciate about them. It's what they've lost. Losses build character. And we've seen that happen with the Chiefs. When they've won Super Bowls, it's not so much the wins that we had before. It was the losses that we had to endure that I feel like made us better. Baltimore always peaks early to me, because their success in the beginning is always so overwhelming that once they get to the playoffs, I've been saying this since we started Red and Bold. Hey man, first round, Baltimore what? Bye. They
Mhm.
gone. They
Mhm.
they they peak early. Then this year, they haven't peaked yet. I'm not saying they haven't had games where they look good, but they haven't had that period where they peaked. And the later that comes for Baltimore, that's a dangerous team.
Yeah, I'm not worried about just because
And man, that's a
their defense
that
is not
Derrick
good at all.
Henry. That I don't want to say I'm not worried about nobody. We don't get me wrong. All roads. I don't care. All roads
Mhm.
lead to Kansas City. You want to get there, you got to come through here. That's the way it's going to be. Now,
Mhm.
whatever. But I'm just saying those are the teams that they will have a better opportunity of me believing that they'll make it to the AFC Championship here in Kansas City. You're going home
I
losers,
don't
but you'll
know.
make it.
I don't even know if that's a for sure bet. They could lose to somebody like the Steelers or let's say the what if the Bengals actually sneak up in there, you know what I'm saying, get a wild card. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know the
They ain't got enough.
essentially Lamar has
There's a
owned the
lack of
Bengals because
unity.
he has a great record versus them. But I mean, I just
It's a lack of unity in
it's not a
Cincinnati.
guarantee because their defense isn't as good as it was last year. And they had a great defense last year and we still beat them.
But they not even
So
getting along.
who?
I feel like Baltimore and Cincinnati they have a lack of unity.
Mhm.
The real truth of the matter, this is Chase's last
They may
year's.
not even make the playoffs. I'm just saying if they
It's
were happen to
possible.
sneak in, you know,
They
you got to
might.
pay attention to them.
You gotta respect Joe.
Gotta respect
Hey,
Joe Burrow.
I know people named Joe. I know people
Yeah.
named. I know a
Question though,
couple
like,
of them.
what if so even if so let's say we're 16-0, but we've locked up the 1 seed. I could see what the starters not playing that game because typically, you know, Andy sits the starters, or do you think like Patrick Mahomes is like, hey, let's go for that 17-0, or we could still win with Carson Wentz, depending on like I see who that last game is against. You know what I'm
If I
saying?
got a chance of going undefeated,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I understand you don't want to see anybody hurt themselves,
Mm-hmm.
but bro, I've seen people make a who gave me reports of making a cup of coffee, and because they were leaned over the wrong direction when they sneezed, they gave themselves a hernia. So, you know, you don't want to risk injury or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but bro,
Mm. Our last game is
if
at
you
the
have an
Broncos.
opportunity, I just don't think Andy would. I don't think Andy would minimize that. I think that you come up with a plan where your starters go out there for 2 quarters
Mm-hmm.
and let them know, hey man, run it up. You know,
And that's the
need
only
y'all to go
thing
on out and run
about
it up.
man.
So soon as y'all get it here, then we'll let you know. But
It's
run it up. That's me.
it's a
I
catch
wouldn't
22.
do it.
It's a catch 22 because it's like that's the only thing about football is like the possibility. Let's say you do it and then one of it Diop gets injured or somebody gets injured that like dang, if we had a set him, we would have had him for the playoffs. Now we're gonna be missing this piece, and so it's like you kind of risk. I mean, there's always a risk
But
anyway
would you know?
because it's football.
I'm just
So
saying, and I respect that the fact that the injury could come at a football game,
mhm,
but the injury D Hop. Let me just be quiet. My thing is my prayer and hope for this team, and always the exception to any projection has been their health. So,
mhm,
and that's for any team, that's successful. You health is wealth, huh? You got to stay healthy. And I even when we talk about briefly, the 1-2 punch, 1, 2, 3, whatever. It's all about keeping them healthy,
mhm.
keeping them strong
Yeah, you want
so that
everybody
they're
healthy for
available.
that playoff
Yeah.
run.
You got to be available. And the thing
Mhm.
is, if you're not available, that is a problem. But when you have an opportunity again to be
Yeah,
the second team to be able to do that, um, the first team to be able to, include that in the potential of being
a three
a
peater,
a three-peater,
a three peater.
then my thing with it is, bro, we came out here to play. The truth of the matter is, at that point in the season, um, most professionals would tell you, man, everybody's banged up. So my thing
Yeah,
with that, my thing with that is if you are undefeated at that point, what are you looking at? 2.5, 3 weeks off to give yourself an opportunity to heal and get better. And you're talking about 2 weeks off before the playoffs even start. And then if you are successful as you enter the playoffs, you're talking about playing, let me get this right. If you're doing that well, you only play 2 games.
Yeah, you only play 2 games, bro. You play
Eh,
one game to get to the
eh,
AFC Championship game,
right?
and so
And then
it's
that's it.
that one
So
seed,
my
man.
thing with it, and you had and you had to, because this is where it becomes real to me. At that point, Will, I'm not benching nobody because the truth of the matter is, me being undefeated, if I'm that far in, I'm at the AFC Championship. Who I'm a
Mhm.
bench? I'm at the AFC Championship. And here it goes. At that point, I've already encouraged my team. Hey man, we are on every game at this point represents the Super Bowl. I don't care if it's the last regular season game against a team that don't have a prayer of being able to watch us play in the playoffs from the standing room only seats. I don't care if it's them. Hey, we don't mean no disrespect, but y'all about to get smacked. And ain't about to be nothing. You about to get smacked because we have an opportunity to accomplish this. And I
Yeah.
approached the end of the season. I approached the end of the season like that. It really has taken it really has taken a lot out of the competitive nature of sports. I'm really tired of these players taking breaks. You're
Now you
going to
don't see
go
that
sit.
like you
I
don't
mean, but
see
I'm
that as
sick of
much in
that.
NFL as you do basketball. The NBA is crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
How
but
they
they
do that,
they
but you
even
don't really
doing
see
it.
that in the NFL. If you're a starter and you healthy, you playing ball. And if you saying like, cause what if you think about what happened with, and this kind of off topic, what happened with Anthony Richardson and what he did, like that'll be completely unacceptable. Like, and you'll never see. I'm glad we have the quarterback that we do. Like 99% of quarterbacks in the NFL are not doing
Bro,
what
I couldn't
Anthony
believe it
Richardson
when
did.
I was trying
So
to figure out what he was doing when he said
so it's
that.
like, bro, what
Why
you
would
just
you
say?
say that though?
Like you
Will,
better.
why did he say that?
And I don't promote lying, but God, at least say you had a little injury or
Why
something
did
like.
he say that? Will you tell me why he
Oh
said it?
man,
All I'm saying is,
bro.
at the end of the day, when I see a man say something like that, then I turn around and I look at a man like Devontae Adams and all this stuff. These guys get these attitudes and these dispositions where they want to do what they want to do when they want to do it. And my thing with it is this: as a team, collectively, we
Yeah.
have an opportunity to do something extremely unique and extremely special.
Yeah, I think it'll
Hey,
be more of a
yeah, I
conversation
wouldn't
with
do it.
Andy Reid and the coaches if it starts to get closer to like, oh, we're 14-0, oh, we're 15-0. I think they start having the conversation. Okay, what do we want to do, guys? And I think they will be able to come up with that decision. And I think so between the players and the coaches, they will come up with that. So it'll be
Right,
if we have that opportunity, it'd be wonderful to go undefeated and still win the Super Bowl. But
right.
it would suck to go undefeated in the regular season and
I
then
mean, and
lose
maybe
like the
you
Patriots
do
did.
it different.
So
Maybe
we'll
you do
see.
it different.
See.
Maybe you start your second string and your
Mhm.
first stringers are ready to step in as needed. If it becomes necessary, and your second stringers are just, you start Wentz. But if Wentz start looking like, hey boy, we
Yeah.
having problems. Hey Pat, we can't have this.
Well, our
You
last
know,
2 games are
yeah.
versus the Steelers on Christmas, and then the last game is versus the Broncos. So we'll see how that goes.
And I can
Mm.
tell you that Steelers game is going to matter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That game is going
That's an AFC
to matter.
team.
Right. It's
You
going to
know.
matter. and quiet is kept, if the Broncos continue to progress and grow like they are, they don't look bad. They I'm not saying that they're the greatest, but they don't look bad. That Steelers game is gonna matter. I don't know. This is my opinion. I don't know that they made the right decision with Russell Wilson, but for now, he looks okay.
Passing game looks better than So
Um,
all
I
right, man.
still
We're
think
gonna
I could play running. I
oh my
think at
goodness.
this point I could go play running back.
Play
Uh,
running back.
yeah,
Okay.
if they, hey, bro, I'd line that Trey. Ooh, that's a nasty man. Trey, bro, have you watched him?
Trey, you talking about who's running back you talking about?
I'm talking about our line, the guard.
Are you talking about Trey Smith?
He is disgusting.
Oh yeah, he's a dog.
He's
He's a dog.
disgusting. And then you got that boy in the middle, our center.
Yeah, our
He's
interior
nasty.
offensive line is,
Then you got
Tooney,
then you got your
Creed.
you got your veteran.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bro. That middle three, I could get. I bet I could get. I bet I could get 2 yards,
Get 2 yards in the cloud of dust.
bro.
Ooh.
Hey, bro,
2
full
yards in the
speed.
cloud of dust.
Bad,
All right,
bad
man.
news bears in my
All
wheelchair.
right, let's
You hear
move
me?
on. Let's move on, man.
Can you tackle people in a wheelchair? Will
You
I don't think.
silly man.
Just saying, it's not.
Hey, better get them arms strong, man. Going, get it up.
Bro,
So,
I'll be ready.
last thing is the score predictions for the Denver Broncos game. Talk about this game we got coming up. I don't have a lot of thoughts on the Denver Broncos, man. I know Bo Nix is the quarterback. They've played the only good team that they've beaten when I look at their wins is really the Bucks. And they looks like they played pretty well. I'm surprised that they actually beat the Bucks with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. That's surprising. Um,
Yeah, I
but
think when you talk about the Broncos, man, you know, for me,
mhm.
I have a lot of respect for their coach, and I this is my opinion. I firmly believe that that man is going to come. He's going to come prepared, and he's going to have his team prepared. And if you're not, and if you start slacking up, or you're not on top of your game, you will look up and you'll unfortunately be, on the wrong side at the end of the game. I don't look forward to playing. I don't necessarily always look. I'm not scared of them, but those are the type of like this is a trap game to me. I don't like
Mm,
I just these types of games to me because the odds for us have to be, pretty big. If not, I'm tired of us
Probably
being
not because it's
disrespected.
a division game and it is the Broncos, but I mean the
It ain't
Ravens
the
just dropped
Raiders.
41 on them boys. The Ravens
Huh?
dropped 41 on them. So
And but see, my whole point, this is where I struggle with Andy. Andy wouldn't drop 41 on him if he could.
mm, I
He
wouldn't
wouldn't
say
do
that. I
it,
wouldn't
bro. He
say
wouldn't
that.
do it.
I wouldn't
I
say
feel
that.
like
But
I feel
yeah,
like he wouldn't do it, bro.
because we got Hunt
He's
now,
so
so it's like
nice.
we don't have to. You know what I'm
Andy
saying?
Reid may
So
be the nicest man, one of the nicest men on earth. That I love our coach. He's so
mhm.
nice. I mean, he's nice to a
Well, we
fault.
did put up 44 on the Niners 2 years ago.
But that was because, at the end of the day, what's he got, what's
We
his
did put up
name?
40 something on the
Shannon
Bears last year.
Shannon Hands, he's a little mouthy sometimes.
Mm.
Shannon Hands respects Reed, I'm sure, but Shannon Hands be talking, he be running his mouth. And my thing with that is, Andy probably took that into consideration. Okay, young whippersnapper, let me tell you something, and show you something your daddy should have told you. Let me tell you, I'm not about to put up with all that lip from you. Take this 44 and you keep talking, I'll bust a nickel on you. Don't stop. You don't want to deal with that. My point with it is and my score prediction, and I'm gonna leave it alone. But my score prediction, I'm just gonna lay it out there. I'm just gonna be modest. 31, 31-14.
Mm. Okay, okay. My
Yeah.
score prediction is 34-13. And
I
so
almost said the 13.
yeah,
Yeah, 34.
34-13.
That's because you know Andy Nice. Because it really probably should be 38. Probably should be 51-13, but
And
we ain't gonna
you know
say
what'll
that.
happen? It'll be 34-13 with
Yeah.
like 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and they'll give up a late garbage touchdown to be 34-20. That's
I'm
just,
just saying,
oh,
but that's
man.
my whole point. To me, like that's where you see the conservative, wise nature of Andy Reid.
Mm.
I could put up 44, but I'm not even gonna put my guys out there and put them through that. If they get down by 2, 3 touchdowns and we're in the fourth quarter, you're gonna see Carson
You know,
Wentz.
see Carson
You're
Wentz.
gonna see it's no re if we're up by 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, there's no reason to play Pat.
Let's see if we can play. If we can play turnover free football, so that's going to be part
And
of
he
it
don't
too,
like
because
to be called Pat. My bad, bro. Patrick.
Patrick.
I apologize.
So we don't
I'm
have any
sorry.
turnovers.
You know,
Because you know, if
know.
Kelsey hadn't turned that ball over, we probably, you know, we had a good drive going then. So we'll see, man. Can we play turnover free
Hey man,
football? Patrick had no interceptions versus the Bucks, and
yeah.
we just had that one fumble. So we'll see, man. We can play turnover free football. I
Hey,
think it'll be a nice little blowout there.
do you think Kelsey? Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now that Kelsey thinking about old Swifty. That's what happened. I think I seen he be looking.
You
But
think he'd be a little distracted now?
bro, I think what I would say is that as a Chiefs fan and as a fan of Travis Kelsey, bro, I'd be so happy to see his, girlfriend supporting him like that, bro.
Mm.
And the fact that she's a baller, bro, she's a boss. I just love that. And, you know, it ain't like he's some broke, run down, needing help type, just slid in. Nah, bro. I like the way they roll. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
And she's really like bought into the she's
Yeah.
like bought into the Chiefs culture, man. Chiefs
Yeah.
Kingdom, and she's all in on it. She's wearing the Chiefs gear. She's saying Chiefs at the end of the national anthem. She's screaming that out. They show that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, and
So
she's all in, bro.
all in.
She's all in for him. And I appreciate that because of the fact that, you know, you see a lot of people out here and they come in with these ladies, from whatever reason.
Hmm.
I'd be more excited for him and her. And it ain't got nothing to do with her name.
Hmm.
It's just the way she conducts herself and her business concerning expressing her support for him. There
Hmm.
is no slouch, bro. You
Hmm.
see that suite up there that she's sitting in? It
Hmm.
ain't none of my business who paying for it because it really don't matter. But bro, I bet she taking care of that, bro. I bet she ain't even thinking about that. Or they don't even care. It's no reason to care. But I'm just saying. And then even at that, the Chiefs really should just give it to him.
Hmm.
Why you gonna charge her? You shouldn't even charge her. If they charge you tell them to stop, dear. You tell them to call me. I don't make. I mean, come on, bro. The cameras, the networks spend at least 5-10 minutes just checking on to see her reaction after he so much as makes a catch. And I agree, bro. She's totally invested in the game. That's a boss to me, bro. When
Hmm.
you're in a situation like that, I want to thank God for Davita Mobley right now. It's just that girl. That's what I'm talking about. But I'm just saying,
All
when
right.
you got somebody who down for you like that, let me tell you,
Mm.
young whippersnappers, son. When you got somebody down for you like that about their business, you
Mm.
make sure you about yours too.
And thank God.
And
And
that's what I mean, I
yeah,
appreciate that. But I
yeah,
mean, be
man.
about your business.
That's a
That
business.
she tight, bro. I like her, Will. I think
Mm.
people can hate on her all they want, but I'm about to change my stuff. Joe Swifty. Swifty. I think our Swilshy.
I
Swilshy.
don't know
You
how
know, they
DeVito would
had
feel about
Grucey.
that. I don't know.
They had
Hmm.
Grucey on what's Grucey on Despicable Me. So you had, that was his girl. So she said, "Well, how about Grucey or something?" He was like, "I don't like that." Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna be a Swilsey or whatever. Y'all put them together somehow. But I'll tell you right now, bro. I think that for me and mines and what I see from them, bro, I'm excited. And I appreciate I think that keeps him, I think that encourages Kelsey. I don't think people understand how
Hmm.
much that, that aspect of somebody's life can be
Hmm.
appreciated when you have,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
significant other
Out
that's
there
sold
rooting for
out for
you,
you.
I think that
Man,
makes
come
you play a
on,
little
bro.
harder, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
You got your
saying,
lady out
what I'm
there
talking
watching you,
about. I
So
mean, if you can't appreciate that, you a hater. You got something to say to me about it, put it in the comments. I want to respond. That's what I'm talking about. You know
because
what
we
I'm
all
talking
know,
about,
hey, because we all know. You remember when you was in even in high school, you was in high school,
bro.
and you saw that girl that you liked, and she was sitting over there on the bleachers watching you play basketball or football, whichever sport you was playing. You played a little
Ooh,
harder because you was trying to show out and you
you
wanted
want
to be noticed. You know what I'm saying?
and she had your jersey on,
Oh man, you said.
and she had your jersey on. Don't and it one thing to let somebody wear your jersey, and they was just, you know. I let somebody borrow my jersey. I should have never let borrow. I'm saying it
Oh
now.
man,
I don't care. I should, but I did let one person wear my jersey.
I have too. I can't even remember who I let wear my jersey. It's just
Well, I'm
like
married to the one of
she's
the
probably
people.
cute though. I
I'm
mean,
married to the people.
and I'm
But
back
when
to
you
you
but when
know.
you look and I mean, man, whatever. My opinion, man. My wife bad, bro. She flawless. I don't care. Do what
Mine
you
too,
want to
man.
do.
Mine too, man. And shout out to my wife, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go shout her out,
Mrs.
brother.
Smith, and we'll be celebrating
Praise the
our
Lord.
13th anniversary, you know what I'm saying, coming up. So shout out
Yeah,
to her. And it's
right.
been a journey, man. So but thankful
How
for her.
how how many you say?
It'll be 13 years, my brother.
Praise the Lord. Somebody pass the non-alcoholic champagne. That's
Somebody
what I'm saying.
pass the sparkling
Pass
wine
the
there.
sparkling Welch's.
Sparkling wine, well, that's
Sparkling
what my
Welch.
wife be drinking too. She be drinking that sparkling
Boy, that mug is
because we do
phenomenal.
not drink alcohol. So
Matter of fact, and shout out to my wife, birthday coming up on Sunday. Man,
okay,
phenomenal. Matter of
all right.
fact,
Happy birthday,
forget
Davita.
Grucey. Hey, I'm changing it. Joe Vita. Joe Vita. That's
I
my
like
wife's
that better
name
than
is
Joe. I think she
Joe
appreciate that more
Vita.
than Joe Swifty. I don't know.
Joe Swifty. So I Joe Vita.
Joe Vita.
Joe Vita. Hey, but I was trying. I just want y'all to know I was trying to put it together. But Kelsey and Taylor, I don't. What do you do, Kaylor? What can you do, Kaylor? How you fix that up?
I'm gonna leave that alone because he got an
Travis
ex-girlfriend named
Trailer.
Kayla, I
You don't
believe.
want to
So
name your kid
we
Trailer.
gonna move on. All
Don't
right.
do
So
it. Don't
score
do it.
predictions, mine was 34-13, and yours was what, 33? What was yours?
Mine mine was 31-14.
14. Okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay,
Hey,
so they close. Our predictions are close.
right.
Don't we ain't telling y'all to bet on that or put your score, bet on those scores. We ain't telling y'all to do that. All right, but we gonna go ahead and thank
But
y'all for
number two
watching.
passed.
That's what
If
we
you
got for the
can.
show today, man. Appreciate y'all watching, man. And remember, like, share, subscribe to Red and Bold
Yeah.
MTMV Sports. We are under that umbrella,
Yeah.
my team, my voice. Be sure to check it out. We have an app now, so download the MTMV Sports
The
app and you'll
show
have
is
access
nice.
to
It's
Red and
nice.
Bold whenever you want it. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
like
as
that.
well as
I use
other
that.
shows that we have under the MTMV
Yeah.
Sports umbrella. Shout out to Joe's J Mo's barbecue. That's
Praise the Lord. Praise the
JMOSBBQ.com.
Lord. Thank you.
He has changed his slogan to if you taste it, I bet you
If
won't
you
waste
taste it,
you won't
you won't waste
you
it.
won't
You hear
waste
me?
it. All
You hear
right
me?
now. J-Mo's barbecue.
If you try it, you might like it. Come on now.
Okay, all right
You
now.
know, start over. But
All right.
anyway, no, upgrade your meats, man.
Upgrade your
Come on,
meats. J-Mo's
y'all get
BBQ.
some. Hey, your Thanksgiving won't be the same.
Hey, he right about that because it's some good sauce, man. I need to
Yeah.
order some more. So hopefully I can order some
Yeah,
more
yes, you
and
do.
get it by the time Christmas come around. You know what I'm saying?
We'll get it before
So,
then. We on it.
okay.
Shout out
Bet
to
that.
my boy. Man, I'm just saying, shout out to my boy Jonathan in Denver. My dude ordered all the way from Denver.
Okay.
I'm on that for you. Don't think that I forgot. I'm on that for you. It's coming, bro.
All right. Also check out Legacy AD, faith-based comic book by me. I am the writer and not the illustrator. I hired the illustrator because I wanted it to be excellent. You know what I'm saying? When you don't do something great, you hire somebody that can do it great for you. And so check out Legacy AD. That's legacyadcartoon.squarespace.com. We not only have the comic book, but we also have apparel. So we do have t-shirts. It's about to be hoodie season. So get your hoodies. And so check that out at legacyadcartoon.squarespace.com. Also want to give a shout out to my guy, Greedy Man. Greedy Man's Barbecue. He hosted a nice shindig when we played the Falcons down here. Had a great time. So check out Greedy Man's Barbecue. That's greedymansbbq.com. All right. And Joe, your shout
Yeah.
out, sir.
As usual, y'all already know the deal. All roads lead to 11,000 Ruskin Way, Kansas City, Missouri, 64134. Christian Charity Church, starting your weekly worship experience at 10 a.m., where our pastor is Arthur L. Mobley III and Pastor Emeritus Arthur L. Mobley Jr. All that really means is that I got to do what they tell me to do. I've been doing it my whole life, and it was my daddy. Now it's my brother. They just tell me what to do, and I just do. I don't even say. I just okay. That's what that means. But my second shout out, please give some regard if you can to rtckc.com. Remember the cross. We are an organization advocating for those who have disabilities, special needs, wanting to make sure that we can teach and help everyone become better educated on how they might be their own best advocate and providing resources. We need y'all help. Thank you for your prayers, but send us some change. And lastly, shout out to my wife. Happy birthday. You know, I love you dearly. Words cannot explain. I'm out the way, Will.
All right, man. And again, before we go, shout out to our sponsor, Ozell Brand. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle. So if you are in need of some soccer cleats or football cleats, he's got those. He also has some fashion sneakers. So check out ozellbrand.com. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle. Also, again, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget, go ahead and comment. So shoot us your comments and we'll respond to them. We love to hear back from all of those who check out our show. We appreciate you watching. We are thankful for you. And remember, regardless of who you voted for, man, trust in God, depend on him and Jesus Christ. He's the way, the truth, and the life, man. Yeah. And so that's what we got for today. Again,
Hey,
download the
Will.
app. What's up?
Hey, Will. Telsey. What about Telsey? Telsey. Tate. Telsey. I'm just saying you on Telsey.
Oh man. All
All right,
right, y'all.
I'm done. I'm
Hey,
just
we love
saying.
y'all.
Some of y'all feel me on this. Come on now.
Thank you for watching again.
Joe Vita.
Red and Bold, man. Check us out, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then.
Blessings.
It's not just about the love of the game. It's about dedication and commitment through the process and the patience to endure. There's joy in reaching your goals and peace in knowing you've done all you're supposed to do. Ozell Brand. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle.